this is the situation right now. In system.
Fuck it.
Right, you might remember in the BMW review that I did, I said that the brakes weren't particularly good. They didn't feel great. Yes, I'm missing a centre cap. That's getting replaced on Monday, but yeah, that's disappeared. But yeah, so the brakes weren't very good. So the pads are due for replacement in about 2,000 miles anyway. So I've got some different pads. I've got some EBC Red Stuff. So I'm going to try to replace these on my own, rather than getting BMW to do it when they do the service and replace this. First headache that I've come up against is the jacking point is like miles under the car. It's like here, and my jack won't reach under there. So I'm probably going to have to do it sketchy style and just jack it up at the side. There's a little bit under here somewhere, there. I'm probably just going to have to jack it up off that, put a wheel under it or something to make sure it doesn't fall down, and then just do each wheel one at a time while it's jacked up instead of putting it on axle stands. So it's a bit of a shame, and it's a bit sketchy, but it'll do. So yeah, let's give this a go. Right, so we've hit a bit of a problem. Failed at the first hurdle, as fucking usual. Taken all the bolts out, and the wheel doesn't come off. I genuinely don't know what's holding that on. I think it's just either caked in shit, or rust, or something, or it's just got really hot and like welded itself to the hub. I don't know. But I've tried pulling it, I've tried hitting it, I don't know what else to do. So I've had to call in the big guns. Yeah. Because I can't get it off. You can't seem to get it off either. Tilly's on his way around, see if he can get it off.
RAF Tillman's going to come into land.
Coming into land. I don't know what else we can do. This is ridiculous. It just turns the steering now. Oh god. Alright, it's finally off. We kicked it enough and blowtorched it, and it's off. So now I've got 3 more to do.
I'm going home.
Next problem is the pins that hold the brake pads in place, which is not something we have to deal with on the A6.
Dirty calipers.
Yeah, shut up. Oh, look at that! Like a champ!
Oh man,
We spent too much time together.
Oh wow.
Beautiful. I mean,
Paying off.
I had to push that down, I'll be honest. That's not going anywhere.
Just as you're falling.
It feels like there's still way too much pressure on it. Ah, beaut. Why didn't that work when I did it? It's just me. I feel like whatever I do, it doesn't work, and then someone else does the same thing and it works. Yeah, there you go. Don't say I never give you anything.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Oh, straight out. No fucking about.
Yeah!
We're doing it.
This is not how it's supposed to be done.
Pretty sure it is. This is the BMW recommended technique. Right?
Yeah. FYI, not a how-to video.
2016, who gives a fuck?
This is a Fine Bros reaction video.
No, whoa.
Whoa.
You can't even say the name. We'll get sued.
Snapped. 2016.
Ow!
Ow!
Yay!
Yay!
I mean, I did most of the work for that one, I'm just saying. I think I got a bit too rough with it and broke it. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Well, it needed to come out, so, you know. One way or the other.
Oh!
Oh.
No.
We good? I think something's broke.
Looks broke.
Something's broke. Yeah, that's as good as extraction as we were going to get, really, wasn't it? Cool. Those tools. I don't know.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, but it snapped, so the other side probably looked the same as that earlier.
No.
It doesn't even matter if it's the right way, does it? It was symmetrical.
No. Definitely that way.
Yeah.
You reckon?
And if it's not, I'll buy you in a bath.
In.
Troubles. Yeah.
You reckon we're done? Oh, I need to grease up the back now. Oh, come on. There we go.
She's in.
Right, so now we're going to push the pistons back. Where's my specialist BMW tool gone? Somehow. I mean, definitely pressing against the disc is the best way to do it. Bit more. There you go. Is this enough grease bits? Yeah. I never know how much you're going to put on these things.
A little bit line.
Just want to make sure. Oh.
Bit of rust.
Ignore that. It's a bit dirt.
That is rust.
It's just well used.
Rust.
Where did this bit go? It just sat on the top.
Sit in
like
the
that.
middle.
Yeah, that's it. Push it in.
What the fuck?
If I hadn't seen it, I'd have said that wouldn't even go on there.
What the fuck? You sure that went down?
You're just mushing it all together. That? No,
Yeah, no, it's got to go the other way.
Oh, but does the pins hold?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Hang on.
Right, slide the top pin in.
Hang on. What's going on here?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. Someone tell me, please.
Someone's... It's not wide enough, is it?
The pins don't even come close to lining up on these pads, do they?
Oh, fuck.
What a shit show.
No, mate, it's good. It's fine.
How's you doing this thing?
Pins don't even line up. You can't see that properly.
I can't even see that. Where's the pinhole on this? Oh, there. Oh, God.
L and R. Low, oh, yeah. Lower and...
Left and right.
Yeah, but it says it on the same side. So.
Oh, yeah. Lower and rupper.
Is it in?
Need to tap it in, that.
Tap it in. How did you get the collar in, though?
It's got a gap in it, it'll just squeeze when it...
Right, okay. Yeah, get the hammer.
That is...
That's not
Look at that.
That's not right.
Sheesh.
Like this, the tread on this is down to the markers, and obviously that's fucked. The tread on the other side, on the front, is like a brand new tyre.
Pretty much completely stuck.
And they've both been on for at least 6 months. Both sides, just that edge,
Yeah.
just like an inch
That's
there.
like the fault with the tyre, though, isn't it? That did that.
The only fault with the tyres, this one.
Right, so Si managed to kick this wheel off fairly easily. It didn't take too much hassle, this one. We did spray it with WD-40 around here again first. And then, yeah, came off not too bad. So I'm just going to take the pins out, take the pads out, which might be a bit of a pain with just one person now, because Tilly and Si have gone home. So it might be a bit awkward just prizing them both out at the same time and then pushing all the pistons back in just with one person, but hopefully I managed to do it alright. This is going to be a pain. Just got to kind of keep working around every little bit. I'm probably scratching the caliper paint while I'm doing it. At this point, I don't really care. Yay, finally. It's in, because we can see the pins again. So, job done. Wheel back on. Gonna take it for a test drive, make sure I don't die. And there, and we're looking good. Okay, so new brake pads are on, as you've just seen. We've only done the front so far, and there's a reason for that, which I'll get into in a second. I've also replaced all 4 tyres as well with Michelin Pilot Supersports, partly because I knew the rears were getting quite low anyway. It was sliding around a lot, and obviously it was down to the wear markers you can feel with your finger. And also because when we took the driver's side front tyre off to do the brakes, it was pretty knackered, like you'll see in the video. The inside edge was just like down to canvas pretty much. It was horrendous. Whereas the passenger side one still had like 5 mil of tread left on it. So something was up there. When I got the tyres fitted, I got them to do a full alignment and they said it was all absolutely spot on. So not sure what was causing one tyre to wear a lot more than the other. The only thing we can think of is that was like underinflated compared to the other one. And the underinflation would also cause it to wear more at the edges than in the middle. So yeah, might have just been something as simple as that. I'm surprised I couldn't feel it when I was driving. Like, you'd think if one tyre's getting that much more wear than the other, you'd feel the car pulling that way, but didn't notice anything. I mean, I've been driving it pretty fast and sliding it around and all sorts and not had any issues, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, one of those things. I'll keep an eye on it with these tyres on, see if it happens again, but hopefully it won't. But yeah, back to brake pads. Do these feel any better than the stock brake pads did? At the moment, no, because I'm still running them in. You've got to bed them in with like gentle braking for 200 miles, I think it said, which is quite a lot. Then, similar to the GT86 ones, when I swapped the calipers and the pads and everything on that, you have to go up to 60 mile an hour, slam on to pretty much a dead stop, but not a complete stop. Do that 10 times, then let the brake pads cool, and then they should be up to like optimum performance, I guess. So, yeah, at the moment I've done about 150 miles, so not just now, like I haven't just gone out specifically to do this, but yeah, I've done 150 miles since we swapped the pads, so I'm going to just poodle around for a bit, do a few more miles, then go slam on a few times, and then I will report back with whether they feel any better. Now, I did mention that we've only done the fronts, and the reason for that is because of the whole bedding in thing. I'd rather have like the rear pads still working absolutely fine while I'm bedding the front ones in, because when while they're being run in still, they're not that great for actual like emergency braking or anything. So I'd rather at least just have the rear pads still as they were while I bed in the front ones, and then once the front ones are bedded in, we'll do the rear pads. Okay, so I've finished doing the whole bed in procedure now, braking from 60 mile an hour down to 5 mile an hour over and over again, which turns out 60 mile an hour feels quite fast when you know you're about to be slamming on the brake pedal. But yeah, that's all done. Let them cool down properly, drove around for as much as I could without braking, and then left the car for 20 minutes just to cool on its own. So when I first drove it, after leaving it to cool for 20 minutes, they felt pretty bad, I'll be honest. The brake pedal did not feel good, and I was slightly worried that I brought worse pads than I had before. But thankfully, after like 2 or 3 times of braking, it got a lot better, and now it's stayed like a really good solid pedal feel, which is exactly what I wanted. The initial bite is so much better than it was before, and I don't know why BMW couldn't get that right, really. Apparently the 335i, you can put those pads in this car and it feels a lot better. So they got the pads right on that. Don't know why they couldn't get them right on this, but anyway, they're a lot better now. Pedal feel is so much better. Initial bite, like I say, is so much better, and it feels like you can just lean on them a lot. Like, I've not slammed on fully yet to the point where ABS kicks in or anything, but when you first get on the pedal, there's a nice little bit of feel and a nice feeling of slowing down, just that initial bite that I'm talking about. And then you can press it a bit more and it brakes harder and harder and harder, which I know this sounds like, well, obviously that's what a brake pedal does and that's how brakes work. But the brakes in this before weren't like that. They were really shit. Like, you felt like you were pressing the pedal sort of halfway down before anything really happened. I mean, it wasn't literally halfway down, but that's what it felt like. And then you press it more and more and it braked a bit harder, and it wasn't even throughout the pedal. It just wasn't nice. So yeah, this is a lot better. Definite thumbs up for these pads, which I think I've already said, but they were EBC Red Stuff pads. I did consider getting the yellow stuff ones, which are a bit better, but they need a bit more temperature. They're more sort of hybrid track/road pads. And I thought, I'm not really going to be doing any more track days in this, I don't think. So I'll go for the red stuff, which is more focused on the road. So hopefully they need less temperature to work, but they're still going to be better than the stock pads. But yeah, it's surprising how much difference it makes just having different pads and different tyres, because they weren't bad tyres that were on it before, so it's not like I've gone from really shit tyres to really good tyres. But yeah, I think it's the pads that are making more difference. Just the confidence it gives you. Like, you just feel like you can go faster. You can be just a generally more confident driver in this thing because you feel like you can slow down as much as you want, and there's no sort of guesswork involved in the pedal like there was before. So yeah, it's a lot better, definite improvement. I'm glad I did it. Hopefully the rear pads will make a bit of difference as well. I don't think it'll make a massive difference, but if it just stays like this, I'm happy. So yeah, I'm just going to overtake this guy who's doing about 5 mile an hour. Bye. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say really. I won't film me doing the rear pads because we've done about 10 videos on changing brake pads now. You're probably sick of seeing them. So yeah, I won't bother filming that unless anything goes horribly wrong, which, let's face it, there's a possibility that could happen because it's me. This is probably going to go out before any other videos, so quick update on the GT86 as well. We did a quick update on it the other day, saying that it needs a new turbo. There's another problem now. There is oil getting into one of the cylinders, which is obviously not good at all. So we're trying to find out what the cause of that is, but basically, long story short, I've got to go pick the car up from Fensport with the new turbo on, but not mapped, because they don't want to map it while there's oil getting into a cylinder, which is fair enough. Then I've got to drive it down to the engine builder for him to try and figure out what's gone wrong, fix it, then take it back to Fensport to get mapped, then hopefully, yeah, we're all done. But it's been a bit of a nightmare. So I don't know if it's going to be ready in time for the drift day that I've got booked at the end of March, which is going to be a real shame if it's not, because I've booked all this stuff in like 2 months in advance to make sure that we wouldn't still be having problems by the end of March. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to have worked out now. So I'll just have to take the R8 instead. I'm not going to, don't worry. So I'm just going to go keep testing out these brakes, and hopefully have a bit of a test of the tyres if I can find some quiet roads, a few fun corners on. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.